Friday, 17th of October, 2025 at 6:17 p.m. here in Snohomish, Washington, United States of America. Welcome once again to our cosmic journey. It is your Dev and Design podcast where two boys actually release some software, and now we're sitting in the command center here, upstairs where they don't belong. You can tell we're upstairs because you can hear the dishwasher running. I am your designer, Jake. He is your engineer, Trey. Hello, Trey.
Hello, Jake.
Yes, so we have been camped out, for the most part, at this kitchen table.
Yeah.
Waiting.
There's many computers here.
Yes, you could imagine if I were to turn my camera, which I'm not going to do because I'm very kind of camped in right here, that there are computers and used napkins filled with tomato sauce
because we just had some spaghetti.
Had spaghetti kind of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are very happy to have announced that the software, the preview release had gone out at 11:07 a.m. today, which was elected for, and we did the election through Cosmic. And we've received a lot of good feedback thus far.
Yeah, just since it released this morning in the last few hours.
We'll go over some of that anonymously, of course, but before we do that, we always go to the agenda first. Today is called Sweet Release. It is 109 weeks in the making. We're just going to talk about our feelings. We just got some, what I call...
It's a big feelings day.
Bigs and bobs. Yeah, we haven't had a big feelings day in a long time. Feel free to look up there for that last episode where we had some big feelings. That's where we had to re-platform, actually.
God, that was really big feelings.
To web
I mean, that's part of why
we're here. That's why we're here. But before we get to Trey's bits and bobs, which we're going to, of course, keep him on a short leash about all of that stuff, we are going to start with the check-in question. Mr. Henry, if you could bottle the feeling of finishing something big, so you're bottling that feeling, what would you name that scent?
Victory?
Victory.
I guess it's like, I'm thinking of the Mariners just having won against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, very good. Wow.
Yeah,
Mr. Henry is paying attention. Yes, you're right. We've just won Game 5, 3-2 up in the series, in case you're wondering right now.
Yeah.
I didn't do the horary kind of sports astrology chart for this one, but that's okay. I had a good feeling in my mind, my body, my soul, that this was going to work out. But Mr. Henry, please.
Yeah, it just, I don't remember what his name is. The guy who hit the bases loaded, the Grand Slam.
Eugenio Suarez.
What was it again?
Eugenio Suarez.
Or
Gino, if you wanted to be all waspy about it.
Yeah, and just how he, kind of goes through the dugout in this kind of like victory scream that he's making. It's just, it's not even, it's like it almost looks more painful than joyous. It's just like there's so much pent up energy being released that you're like you have to scream in order to let some out, It's kind of that sort of feeling. When we were talking this morning with friends of ours on Telegram, I just kept sending GIFs of people screaming, like children screaming.
Screaming GIFs. Adults screaming, children screaming, but not even like joyous screaming, just like screaming into the abyss, the void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe screaming is a better than victory. It's
scream victory.
Scream victory.
Victor scream.
Yeah.
Got it.
Something like that.
The name of the scent for me, pent up emotional release, and maybe this is because Mars is in his domicile of Scorpio and it's feeling very watery these days. But I don't know. There's been more kind of victory tears that seem to be going on these days, and so I guess we would call the scent sea. Sea shame, but what's the opposite of shame? Sea shame, but opposite. Seaworthy. You are seaworthy.
Seaworthy is actually a great.
Yeah.
I'm always in for a nautical thing.
You're always in for a nautical thing. You're always in for a weird little pun. Whatever. Yeah, good check-in, everybody.
Good check-in.
Hey, look, it's been 190 weeks.
Yeah, we're a little crispy.
They can't all be bangers. All right, Mr. Henry. Let's just go to your screen and talk a little bit about the bits and bobs and kind of everything that happened up until this release week. Not everything, of course.
Yeah, we did actually we were just discussing whether or not we should do a demo because
That's fine.
There wasn't really a ton of feature stuff that went in. It was all focused on the release.
Ooh, fun fact though. Mr. Henry did find a crashing bug 5 minutes before release at 11:02 a.m. and then decided not to fix it. And then we started seeing it crashing on other people's machines. So we
In France.
in France.
In the first hour of release.
So if you are from France and you watch this podcast, first of all,
you were the
bonjour.
one who hit that bug?
Bonjour. That's all I can say. Second of all, what I would say is thank you for finding the bug. And I'm sorry.
Yes.
And you should really download a new version because we patched it for you.
Yeah, we did end up patching it.
We said we weren't going to do a hot patch, but we had to do.
We said we weren't going to do hot patches. We
It was
did.
way too easy to hit.
Yeah, it was a one-line fix. The reason why, just so that people know, the reason why you might not want to do a hot fix patch is because of what's called churn, where essentially you try to fix something and you do fix it, but then you unintentionally break something else because you're going too fast.
Oh no, it's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, you're not spending enough time making sure that the thing that you fixed didn't also break something else, because software is very complicated. This is why we write tests, and this is why we have a rigorous process. But in this particular case, it was a one-line change. It was a very easy to see and straightforward problem, and we thought it was better to just fix it and stem the flood of those because it was in the first run experience before you even get in the software. So
look,
we chose that path.
Our hubris does not seem to have caused anger to stir. It seems like it's done very well. But anyways, let's go back. Seaworthy. There's your screen over there. Pew, pew, pew. There's your screen over there. You'll see that Mr. Henry did a very nice job just to like put in a download now link with the preview release. When you click on that, you will get to see there is the first run experience, and there are some links.
Oh yeah,
the screenshot of the first run experience.
Yep.
There are links below to download those things. We don't need to click them because they will work. But if you are on Mac OS, whether Apple or Intel chipset, this will work.
Yep.
If you're on Windows, this will work. You have to go through their little like run this even though it's unsigned.
Yeah,
we're not owning your machines. You're not turning into a Russian spam bot farm. Don't worry about it.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, like who knows?
Could be one library that we use.
Yeah. And then if you're on Linux, there is a distribution for you as well. They are all desktop apps. One day it's going to be a web app, but not today.
Oh, we should mention just for the Linux users out there that if you have any issues with running it on Linux, just reach out to us.
Look, the whole theme of the show is we love feedback. We love your comments every single week down here. Keep giving us your comments. Write us emails. Write us feedback@cosmic.plumbing, or write us at hi@cosmic.plumbing, or hello@cosmic.plumbing, or jake@cosmic.plumbing, or trey@cosmic.plumbing. Listen, we're here. We're listening.
We're listening.
So you see the release notes down there. Some of those things are like things that shouldn't be in your head. They should be in the product, like what keys you hit to do what things. Yes. We're going to fix those very soon. So look for a future release of that. Yep. Anything else you want to talk about in terms of like the release and everything? Really, like, because I've been doing other contract stuff, this was like the worst time to release, but you know what? We thought we were going to do it in August anyways. Well, Mr. Henry's just been doing everything. So yeah. Anything else that like, I think that we're pretty good there, right?
Just go to cosmic.plumbing. All the stuff is there. Download it, play with it, enjoy it, give us feedback, as Jake said.
Or you know what? Don't enjoy it and also give us feedback.
Yeah, whatever you do, give us feedback, because that's how the software gets better.
Yeah.
The worst, like if you really hate the software and you want to do the worst thing for us, it's to just like uninstall it and never say anything.
Oh,
that's
and you would think
scenario.
You would think the worst thing, by the way, would be making some like unboxing video and then like trashing us on YouTube. Oh no, I eat your tears. Remember, seaworthy. I take your tears and I feast on them because I love the attention, honestly. So some feedback that we have received so far.
We have gotten feedback from all over. We have feedback from Uruguay. Thank you very much to our Uruguayan friend. We've
got crashes in France. We've got hugs from Uruguay. We've got big time, huge amounts of feedback from the East Coast of the United States. Nobody has hit us from our time zone yet.
Yeah. Although we've been watching metrics, download metrics, and it's been very active right out of the gate. We actually scaled up to 2 instances for a little while in the middle of the afternoon, which
just note that that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And yeah. So anyway, the majority of our traffic has come from the U.S., but yeah, it's been kind of international, and I think there's a fair amount of Urania folks that were really on top of it, and that's great because you just never really know like if people are listening, if you're just screaming into the void, like unless you guys comment and like and subscribe and all that stuff. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even watch these videos, which is totally cool. Like that's completely fine. But then you don't know whether or not you have an audience for your software.
Yeah.
And it was really, I think, good for us to know that people downloaded it and are using it. And
yeah, y'all came to play. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Some feedback that we received, it looks very light and modern, super clean and enjoyable. I hope you're using it on Stellar Light. That's my favorite. Along with Urania, it's by far the most beautiful user interface I've ever worked with. Oh my goodness, am I that designer that's making beautiful interfaces? Yes, I am. And then some questions about like the speed graph. So we've got these lines on the speed graph. They don't fully understand what those are. Yes, we hear you. We're going to fix that. This person would like to have customizable symbolic directions. So for example, they would like house dimensions that are maybe something that's more Huber-esque or pro-Luna. And Trey is saying no, but I'm saying yes. Look, I've read the Huber book. I'm right with you. Other things that we have noticed is that some of the aspect calculations are a little bit funny. They're not wrong, but they're ambiguous in ways that might make people feel like there is something unsure there.
Yeah, we don't give you enough switches and knobs for aspects yet, too. We knew that going into it.
If you're interested in doing years that don't have 4 digits, but rather have 3 digits, you have to start with a 0, which is insane. So if you want
That wasn't me. That was the library.
That was the library, but you know what? It's insane. If you want to cast a chart for like, let's say 800 AD, you would have to type in like Jan 31 0800, otherwise it does not work. But we'll fix that.
Yeah, and then it immediately turns it into just 800.
Yeah, it'll do the right thing later. But like you can't type them in. So somebody pointed this out, and this is the problem when you use a date library that just assumes that like you're scheduling calendar appointments from now to the future. And we're like, no, we're using this date library to cast charts from ancient Babylonia. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some folks want seconds as well, so not only degrees and minutes, but seconds, because they're doing solar returns, secondary progressions, and they need to see that kind of stuff. We'll get that in there very soon. Stuff around like Ptolemaic versus Egyptian's bounds and terms, and the Dorothean versus Ptolemaic triplicities, because Ptolemy, of course, found all of these hidden ancient texts, which all of a sudden can't be found again. It's fine. Ptolemy was very extra. If you've watched previous episodes, you know that I think that Ptolemy was very extra. That's it. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Henry, that you would like to talk about today?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a big feelings day.
It's a big feelings day. So let's just go have our big feelings away from the camera. What should the good viewer do with the rest of their weekend?
Scream.
Scream. Scream into the void.
Scream right through the whole weekend.
Find those tears, and you are seaworthy of them. Be well. Take care. Have yourself a lovely weekend. Let's go, Mariners. We were going to see you again next week. Go download the software, cosmic.plumbing. It's there for you. All right, take care. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.